What's happening YouTube? Cameron Gibson here, and I am this close from shaving my head. Now when I say shaving my head, I don't mean literally shaving it all off, just giving it a bit of a trim. But I've seen loads of my friends getting their hair cut, and I think it's really tough to do this yourself. I also just don't trust anyone else. Nah. We'll see. Now, last week's video and this week's video are going to be a little bit different from my kind of usual style. Some of you might well know that last week I kind of took off a little bit in the world of TikTok. Now, TikTok is this kind of strange realm that I've never really taken part in before. But in the short space of just 7 days, I've managed to go from 200 followers to over 20,000 followers. Now, this is absolutely incredible. It's way more than all my other social medias combined for now. But I actually don't think this is a mistake. I don't think it's an accident or a coincidence that this has happened. So really simply, I thought I'd make a video all about how I got from 200 to over 20,000 followers on TikTok in just 1 week. Now, it's important to mention that I don't know for a fact that the reasons I'm about to give are why I went viral on TikTok. But I have done my research and I know a fair amount about social media, enough to know that these are probably the reasons that I managed to get to where I am at the moment. As always, if you're new here or you haven't already, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button for me. That way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Okay, so the first and most important difference that I've noticed in my TikTok and everything else, which I think has really helped me go viral, is consistency. Now, I personally have actually seen the effects firsthand of consistency in posting in social media. I've been making a lot more content from social media since this lockdown began, from a YouTube channel to my Facebook, Instagram, and of course TikTok. And posting stuff consistently has given me a massive increase in engagement. Before all this, I used to post just as and when I had new content to post. I never really took much active interest in making stuff to post. However, this consistency I think is absolutely key. All social media is run by algorithms, and if you can set those algorithms up to know that you'll be a consistent, reliable poster, they're more likely to push your stuff. Not only that, but there is the old phrase that if you throw enough things at the wall, some of it is bound to stick. So if you only post one video, you don't have a huge chance of that going viral. Whereas if you post 1,000 videos, there's a good chance one of them might. Personally, at the moment on TikTok, I'm posting twice a day at least. Now, consistency could be different things for you. It could be once every day, it could be once every 2 days, as long as you're consistent with it. Okay, the second thing is quality. Now, I'm gonna split quality into kind of 2 sections here. There's the quality of your content itself and the production quality of your content. Now, obviously your content has to be actually good. People have to want to watch it. I personally script every single one of my videos, including my YouTube videos and my TikToks. That way when I go to film them, I know what I'm supposed to be saying. I know that I'm not necessarily repeating myself too much. And generally speaking, it means the videos turn out the way I want them to when I have them in my head. When it comes to video quality, I think this is so important when it comes to video and TikTok especially. The algorithms notice it, and the people that go on TikTok notice the difference in quality. Now, obviously my quality is quite high because I have some camera equipment that I use, but just think about how you could make your quality slightly better. The cameras on our phones these days are amazing and are way fit for purpose for things like TikTok. However, make sure you're familiar with the different settings and make sure you know how to use one of these effectively. Consider editing your footage outside of TikTok and then bringing it in. I use Final Cut Pro to edit all my TikTok videos. However, you can get things like InShot and other apps on your iPhone which do a lot better job than TikTok and will just elevate your videos slightly above everyone else's. Another thing which is so underrated is sound quality. If at all possible, try to avoid using the built-in microphone of your phone. If you can, buy something like this. This is a lav mic that can clip onto here. This plugs into your phone and costs about £10 from Amazon. But if you don't want to do that, just use your headphones that come with your phone. The microphone in those is way better, and the closer you have it to your mouth, the better too. Make sure you're nice and well lit, either just with things like desk lamps, or at very least, just get yourself in front of a window and use natural light. The TikTok algorithms definitely pick up on the difference between well shot and well lit videos with good sound and ones that are lacking a little bit. You need to make your content as easy for people to watch as possible. Just take a little bit more time thinking it through and thinking how you could elevate your videos a little bit more. Now, in a nutshell, I think that kind of covers all the behind the scenes stuff with the videos, but I want to talk about the content of your videos itself. There are some really simple things you can do here to make your content stand out a little bit more. So let's talk about the subject matter. I think too many people, especially when it comes to social media, try to be too many things. Now, I know I am maybe guilty of this a little bit myself. There is an age-old idea in marketing that if you try to reach everyone, you'll end up reaching nobody. So pick a target market. Who are your videos aimed at? It's unlikely you're going to be successful if you're a dancer slash makeup artist slash motivational speaker slash world knitting champion slash parkour runner. So pick 1 or 2 things that you want your profile to be about and stick to those. This will be your niche. Now my niche is obviously magic and psychology, which pair together really nicely, but also leave a lot of room for stuff around the edges of each. But once you know who your target market is, you can start to tailor your content for them. Another thing to bear in mind is that the first 3 seconds of your video are so important. Our attention spans these days are so short. So you have about 3 seconds to get someone's attention and to convince them to watch the rest of your video. If you go through my TikTok, you'll notice that a lot of them start in roughly the same way. I start the video by really quickly and concisely telling them what the video is about. For example, how to tell if someone is lying from a professional mind reader, or I'm going to try to influence your thoughts through TikTok. Basically what I'm trying to do here is hook them into the video to convince them that they do want to watch the rest of the video and that it's going to be really good. Equally, the last few seconds of your video are quite important too, because here's where you want them to take some action. People are more likely to do something if you just outright tell them to do it. Tell them to like your video, tell them to follow you. If you do this, they're more likely just to do it, and if you don't, they're more likely just to scroll past. Now, another super important feature of successful TikTok videos I've noticed is having some engagement content. Have something that they can play along with, something that maybe challenges them a little bit or is a little bit interactive and allows them to take part with your videos. By far the best performing videos on my TikTok are ones where the audience is engaged, where they have to follow something or they have to guess something while the video is playing. And speaking of engagement, once you posted the video, make sure to keep your own engagement up. Like people's comments, reply to people's comments, start conversations in your comments as well. The more you do this, the more you're going to build up a bit of a relationship with other people, the more they're going to feel like they kind of know you and they're going to want to get involved with you a little bit more. Now usually that takes the form of following you. Last but not least, there is a certain amount of this I know for a fact that comes down to luck. Obviously, whether TikTok shows your video to other people or not is kind of out of your control. However, if you put all these other things in place, then at least when it does decide to show it to other people, you've got the most chance of it being successful. The people that are successful on things like TikTok and other social medias tend not to be successful just by accident. Honestly, until I started doing all of this, I didn't realize how much actual work goes into, how much there is to do behind the scenes in terms of writing scripts and coming up with ideas. You've then got to film it, you've got to edit it, you've got to upload it, you've got to decide how to upload it, you've got to deal with all your followers, deal with engagement, and it is a bit of a task. However, the past few months I've had an absolute blast doing it as well. And honestly, my opinion of this is that if I can do it, you can do it too. If this video was interesting at all or if it helped you at all, then make sure to hit that like button for me. I'll leave a link to all my different social medias in the description if you want to get some inspiration. And here's an even better idea. Why don't you drop your social media in the comment section below, and that way we can kind of all help each other out being a bit more successful. Thank you very much for tuning into my channel once again, and I will see you as always in the next one.